In this video, we want to answer the questions. What is an outlier? That's question numero uno. And the second question is, how do you find them? So that's what we're looking at. Let's look at an example. So this is the class data that you guys all entered, and I have made a histogram of the number of hours of sleep that students reported. And so we can see here that most students reported getting between 6 and 8 hours worth of sleep, some considerably less, some a lot more, but we see this little bar over here corresponding to between 18 and 19 and a half hours of sleep. And if we define an outlier as a data point that lies far away from the rest of the data, then I would, I would point this person out as somebody who is potentially a piece of data that is an outlier. So how do we go about finding out for sure? There are a lot of ways to do this, but the way that we are doing it in this class is the method that I'm going to describe to you now. So the first thing that you need to do is find the inner quartile range. The inner quartile range is called IQR, and the IQR is just equal to the difference between quartile 3 and quartile 1. And so that is the first thing that we need to do. So in our case, since I've already worked out the 5-number summary, I just need quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So the IQR is 2. Then you need to take 1.5 times that. So 1.5 times the IQR. Why 1.5? I don't know. This is a method that statisticians came up with, and 1.5 was the multiplier that they chose to use. So 1.5 times whatever your IQR is, times 2. So that's going to be 3 for us. And then what they do is they say, all right, after you take 1.5 times the IQR, go out that distance from the first quartile and the third quartile. Let me show you what I mean. So the first quartile, let me see, the first quartile is 6. So the first quartile is right here, right about there. And the third quartile is at 8. So the third quartile is right there. And then the method tells us to go out 3 units to the left of quartile 1 and to the right of quartile 3. Quartile 1 is right here. Quartile 3 is right here at 8. So quartile 1 is 6. Quartile 3 is 8. We compute the IQR, take 1.5 times that, we get 3. If we go 3 out to the left of 6, we end up at 3. And if we go 3 to the right of 8, we end up at 11. The 3 and the 11 are called the lower and upper fences. So any data points that lie outside of the fences are identified as outliers. So we have an outlier here for sure, but we also have an outlier, anybody who got less than 3 hours or more than 11 hours of sleep. So that's how the hunt for outliers works.